our Flutter tutorial series. Yeah, so in this course, we'll quickly jump into our main.dart file, right? So you notice the extension after the name. So the name of this file is the main, and then there's a dot, and then that, right? So the dart is the extension that Flutter recognizes, right? This is what tells Flutter that this is a Dart project. Okay, because this will actually enable the Flutter project to recognize the different keys and words, right? So that is it. So whenever you're creating any Flutter project, right, you always remember that it must end with that, else it will not be recognized as a Dart project or a Flutter project, right? So the next thing we'll be talking about quickly is material design or material app, right? So what is the whole concept of material app? In fact, what is material app all about? So I have an image here that will quickly do that explanation for us. All right, so material app is actually Google's flexible design system. Okay, it's Google's flexible design system. It's actually just a set of suggestions, rules, and guidelines that helps you build beautiful user interface. So this material app comes with sets of widgets or functions or rules, whatever you have it called, right? And it is this guide that you follow through to build good UI, right? So the UI, the user interface is simply the feel, the look of your mobile app. How does your mobile app look, right? This material app is responsible, right, for for uh the user interface of your app, right? So in order to actually look up this, I think the website for material app is material.io. I think they later updated it because there are lots of changes, and is now uh https. Let me comment this first one. HTTPS dot for then m3. It should be m3 dot material dot io. Right. So if you should visit this link, you see everything you need to know about material designs. Okay. Uh, so let's continue. Let's talk about programming in general, right? Let's talk about programming in general because this course is basically for those that have no idea about programming. Okay, we are covering everybody from scratch to uh, the professional level. Okay, so it's key we really understand what programming is. Okay, so I have an image here that will help us explain programming in details, right? So let's quickly first of all start with uh, what we have here. Let's start with our app here, right? So when someone said I'm coding, right? The whole idea of programming is simply uh, a set of words combined together, right? So you see this whole everything you're seeing here, they are all readable words. Okay, they are readable words. It's almost like you making a sentence that the computer understands, right? You making a sentence that the inbuilt engine, the Flutter engine understands. Okay, let me not even use Flutter engine right here. So if if you are to make out anything from whatever we have here, you will discover that what we have here is material design, then we now have title, Flutter, demo, and then team data, and if you should come down, you see color scheme dot from seed, use material 3, home, my home page, and even my home page also has the title, right? So these are all readable words. These are all readable words put together. These are combination of different words, right, put together to make up a sentence that the computer really understands. Okay, this is the whole concept of programming in general. Okay, so uh, let's come over to this word. So you see, the words are in two categories, right? There are the keys, there are the identifiers, right? So the keys are stuff like this. You see, import is a key that calls a complete different package, right? So this line of is almost like a connection, okay? This import is a key, is an inbuilt key in Flutter, right? So what this import is actually doing is calling a different set of code. So when I say different set of code entirely, I'm simply saying almost the same thing we have here, right? These are words put together, right, to make up a sentence that the computer really understands. Okay, they are just sets of words, combination of different words, right? So almost like you speaking your dialect, your native dialect, right? Your ability to speak your native dialect and also for someone else to understand your native dialect and speak with you is what is the whole concept behind programming, right? So these are words. So outside the keys, so these keys are built into the programming language. They have clear specific meaning. Okay. The other word is identifiers. These identifiers are defined by the developer, used for identifying things in code. So outside uh, outside the key, yeah, this is also a key. Run my app, all right? And this is also a key widget that tells you that uh this is the kind of class that is expected to be returned. And if you check the return for, so we're going to be talking about this all later, but I just wanted to understand the whole concept behind programming. So there are two major categories, which are the keys and the identifiers. So outside what the app, right? Okay, for example, I did this. I made a comment here. I did HTTPS just to alert you guys on uh, uh, Matia app link, right? This is made by me, right? So you can actually call this identifier, right? So in general, this is the whole idea behind programming, irrespective of the programming language. As soon as you're able to master your first programming language, it's very easy for you to learn any other programming language because they all use the same method called the OOP, right? So this OOP is simply object-oriented programming, right? So let me quickly drop down here. It's called OOP, right? Or just in case you want to take notes, object-oriented programming, right? So we're going to be talking about this in details probably in the next series of our course. But it's very, very important and crucial you get these little basic concepts because these are the building blocks of programming. If you should understand this, most of the things that we're going to be defining and be using later in this course will be very easy to understand, to comprehend. So I don't want to make this I don't want to make this section too long. We'll see you guys in the next section. Yeah, so I think in that next section we will quickly I'll be wiping all this and then we'll really understand uh how to create our new files, how to create our new page, and then how to use the import key up here that Flutter had already imported by default for us. So, but don't rush, right? We're going to be taking this slow and steady because we have core beginners with us, and everybody has to uh, grab the whole concept of what we are doing, the whole concept of programming, because this, to some persons, this is your first programming language you're learning, and it will likely not be the last, because as soon as you understand this perfectly, you can go ahead to learn any other programming language you wish to. So, guys, thank you, and see you in the next programming course.